Hi guys, so let's have a very little uh, talk time here. Okay, I have a very little challenge here while making this shoe, and I would like to solve it while recording because I feel uh, someone out there might need this, and of course, it's like a general problem for some shoemakers. Okay, so while making this shoe, of course, while lasting the shoe, we got to a point where uh, we are just about done, and just after lasting we came to discover that this part here is squeezed up. Okay, I know it's not supposed to be, but it's there already, and we can send this shoe out to the owner looking this way. Okay, so for me it's really not a very tedious challenge because I can just walk around this and get it fixed. But for someone out there that maybe not necessarily this part, maybe another part of the shoe becomes squeezed, probably because of the nature of the leather that you are using. Because I think I have this kind of leather here. You can see, you know, leather can come squeezed because of the packaging and maybe the arrangement of the leather, the way they folded it. Leather can come squeezed like that, and it can actually affect your outcome. I mean, the outcome of your lasting process. So, what should you do if you uh, encounter this kind of problem? So it's really easy. So I have this little uh, piece of tool here. It's I think I call it a shoe iron. Okay, shoe iron. It comes with this part smooth, like the shoemaking hammer, the mirror face hammer, and it's electrical. It has some wire to it. You just have to plug it in. It works uh, like an iron. Okay, just like what you use to press your dress. Some comes with thermometer, meaning that the temperature can be regulated, but this very one here is more like uh, the most basic or the simplest type you can get. Okay, and maybe the cheapest type. It's just going to become hot like a soldering iron, and thereafter you can use it. uh, how do you use how do you use it? You just make sure there is no dirt on it. Just make sure it's clean and very smooth. Okay, what you just do is as soon as it becomes hot, you just walk over, see what we are trying to get rid of, this squeezed part. You just walk over it gently. Okay, you should be as gentle as possible. So if you are very uh, observant, you see that even though this little piece of equipment is doing the job we want it to do, it has some shortcoming to it. But for this shoe here, it's not going to be a problem because I it's going to be, this is actually a partner project. We are going to dye the shoe to a different color, maybe not different, but something really not displaying. Okay, so after a few stroke, uh, you can see it's now more like smooth. Okay, it's smooth, and if you want to do it some more, you can do it. But then uh, you should be careful when doing this because not all leather behave the same. And if you look very well, you see that this part is really a little bit darker than the entire body of the leather. I mean, of the shoe. This part is a little bit darker. Okay, so if you want the entire shoe to be as dark as this, you can just walk around the entire shoe. And if you are using this type that has no thermometer to it, you want to be really careful so that you don't burn off the thread, the stitches on your shoe. It is really important that you don't burn off uh, the stitches on your shoe. Another thing you want to take notice, uh, leather behave differently. Okay, just because this little piece of equipment works on this type of leather, this type of leather is actually very uh, kind of dry one. I don't really know how to, but it looks so dry. It's not oily on the surface. It's really dry. It's one of those leather where you you can't deliver it like this. You have to moisturize it, make sure it's very okay because it comes really, really dry. Okay. For oily, uh, for other leather that has a oily finish, those one that shines, that has a little bit of shine on it. If you place this on it while it is very hot, you might end up losing that shining coat on the leather. Now, I'm not talking about wet looks now. I'm talking about uh, irregular leather that has shining surface or uh, a kind of surface where, okay, just for you to be able to know if you should use this on your shoe, make sure you have a piece of the leather you are working with. Just take a little part of it, just work it on it. If you don't have the part of the leather peeling off on the surface, then it's very okay. But if you use it and you have a little piece, or maybe let's say this is a brown leather now, you have brown the brown finish on the surface, then it's a no-go area for you because you might just ruin the entire finish on the shoe. And for some instance, if you apply oil like a basic machine oil, it might just work fine. But because some leather also change color with oil, this is just oil on this brown leather. This brown, this dark part might never return to this color again. So you want to also test the oil on the leather before you actually apply it, so you don't ruin your work and say I caused it. I'm not responsible for that. So I think that's all for this episode. It's really short and it did the job just fine. It's called shoe iron. You can get it anywhere. It's Yeah, you can get it anywhere. I think it's sold anywhere. But if you can't get it, maybe you look for it and you can't get it, you can easily just comment in the section below, or you just reach out to me via my Instagram or WhatsApp handle. All right, that should be all for now. If I have any other problems, coming up as I work and I'm chance to document, I'll be gracious enough to drop them. And also, if you have problems peculiar to you and some other shoemakers that you would like to that I throw some light on, that's if I know how to solve them, then I'll just be glad. And if it's possible, I'll be able to do something just to ease the stress. All right, so that will be all for now. Do have a wonderful time.